In 2013, Nipsey Hussle made a move that stopped the music industry in its tracks. He released a physical mixtape called Crenshaw and sold it for $100 a copy. Not as a joke, not as a gimmick, as a statement about the value of art and the intelligence of his audience. Jay-Z bought 100 copies on the spot. That single moment sent a signal to every corner of the music business. This man is not playing by your rules. He's writing his own. The strategy worked because it was authentic. Nipsey had always believed that if you price your work as premium, people would treat it as premium. That value perception starts with the creator, not the consumer. His mixtape runs became collector's items. His releases built anticipation. And when his debut studio album, Victory Lap, finally dropped in 2018, it earned him his first Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album. He had done it the hard way, the honest way, on his own terms. But even as the awards and the recognition came rolling in, Nipsey's mind was somewhere else entirely. It was back on Slauson Avenue, back in Crenshaw, because the music had always just been part of a bigger plan. The mission. In 2017, Nipsey Hussle bought the strip mall on Slauson Avenue where he used to sell CDs as a teenager. Read that again. He bought the block. When the money came, when the fame came, he didn't leave Crenshaw. He invested in it, deeply, deliberately, with intention. The Marathon clothing store became a symbol of what he believed. That black ownership wasn't a fantasy. It was a strategy, that you didn't have to flee your community to find success. You could build success into community itself. He launched Vector 90, a STEM education and co-working facility in Crenshaw, designed specifically to give young people from underserved neighborhoods access to tech, entrepreneurship, and opportunity. He invested in local real estate. He partnered with schools. He was creating infrastructure, the kind that lasts beyond any single career or any single life. He once said, "Legacy is what lives forever." He understood that the most powerful thing a man can leave behind isn't a hit record. It's a changed neighborhood, changed futures, a blueprint that people can follow long after you're gone. He also used his credibility, his real, street-earned credibility, to work toward peace. He sat at tables where gang members and community leaders and city officials rarely sat together. He believed the men most caught up in the violence were also the most capable of ending it, if someone they respected gave them a reason and a vision worth choosing. He was that someone. The final days. By early 2019, Nipsey Hussle was operating at the peak of everything he had worked for. Victory Lap had just received its Grammy nomination. His businesses were growing. His influence in the community was at an all-time high. He had recently welcomed a daughter with his partner, actress Lauren London. He had 2 children. He was 33 years old, and it genuinely felt like the best was still ahead of him. He was reportedly preparing to meet with LAPD leadership to discuss a formal gang intervention strategy, a meeting designed to change lives, a meeting that never happened. On the afternoon of March 31st, 2019, that ordinary Sunday, Nipsey was in the parking lot of his store on Slauson. He was with friends. He was in his neighborhood. He was exactly where he always said he would be. A man approached, someone from his past, someone with a personal grievance that, by any measure, had no weight against the life standing in front of him. Shots were fired. Nipsey Hussle was gone. The world responds. The world responds. What happened next was something nobody could have fully predicted. And yet, anyone who truly knew Nipsey somehow wasn't surprised. The city of Los Angeles stopped. Within hours, thousands of people gathered on Slauson Avenue. Candles, flowers, photographs, handwritten notes. People who had met him once, and people who had never met him at all, standing shoulder to shoulder in grief. Tributes came from everywhere. LeBron James, Rihanna, Drake, Snoop Dogg, Barack Obama. The Los Angeles City Council held a moment of silence. His memorial service at the Staples Center drew over 20,000 people inside, with hundreds of thousands more lining the procession route through the streets of Crenshaw, the streets that made him. And then came something even more powerful. In the weeks after his death, rival gang members across Los Angeles held peace meetings. Sets that had been in open conflict for years sat down together, in Nipsey's name, and committed to truces. The streets did what summits and task forces and decades of policy had failed to do, because Nipsey had always understood something profound. The people most trapped inside a broken system are also the ones most motivated to change it. When someone shows them it's possible, he had shown them. The legacy, the years since his death, have only confirmed what the people who loved him always knew. The intersection of Slauson and Crenshaw was officially renamed Urmia's Nipsey Hussle Asghedom Square. The Marathon clothing store is still open. Vector 90 is still serving young people. The real estate investments are still standing. The blueprint is still being followed. His music has taken on a new weight. Songs that once sounded like ambition now sound like prophecy. A man charting his own course with full knowledge that the road was uncertain, but running it anyway. He was not a perfect man. No man is. He came from a world that left marks on him, and he carried them. But what he did with those marks, the way he transformed the lessons of the streets into a vision for his community, that is what makes his story matter. He became the owner of his music, the owner of his land, the owner of his story. And in doing so, he showed a generation of young people that ownership is not something reserved for the already privileged. It is a mindset, a strategy, a decision you make one step at a time, even when the odds are against you. A kid from Crenshaw who joined a gang at 14, who sold mixtapes out of his trunk, who was told by the structure of the world around him that people like him don't get to own things, became one of the most powerful symbols of independence, community, and self-determination that hip-hop has ever produced. He didn't just make music. He made a movement. And though he was taken far too soon, the race he started, the vision he planted, the lives he touched and changed and redirected, none of that stopped when he did. The marathon never stops, because the marathon continues. Urmia's Joseph Asghedom, 1985 to 2019.